All right. Sorry for the delay, y'all.
Sorry. I'm still learning about my limitations with believe lactose intolerance. So yeah, I had a rough morning this morning, but feeling better, guys. This getting old shit is it's no joke. Learning learning new little speed bumps, but fuck it, right? Uh,
She had queso con de muerto.
oh my god, man. Mm. And that's the thing, I gotta sneak into you. Like, it was like a little salad, I think, is what I had. And then fucking, yeah, nah. This morning it just wrecked me. So I'm done. I'm done praying to our porcelain overlords. Jeez, man. Mm-mm.
Today's episode.
On today's episode.
Today's episode, we're gonna live react to the Julie B surrounded debate. Amanda Seals versus 20 black conservatives. So yeah, you finna see me crash out for reals. Because I swear, the worst thing, I don't know what it is, but it's just explaining the plight of black people to other black people is beyond exhausting. Like I don't have patience at all. Cause really to me, right? Like all conservatism is like in today's age is just gaslighting the shit out of you. And with black conservatives specifically, it's either they're ignoring history or ignoring the context of that history to just spew out a bullshit ass talking point. So yeah. So I'm just giving, and I know Julie B is really Jubilee is not like fucking like in the grand scheme of things, like when it comes to like actual debate, like it's not conducive to anything. It doesn't really amount to anything. It's clearly rage bait, but you know, I just kind of just figured we should just do like a reaction to it, just for the shits and giggles at this point.
Dude. It, like, I just read the title because, like, after we're talking about that one other Jubilee episode, right? Like, I guess I put it in my algorithm again, and I saw the title of it, and I'm like,
Oh,
these motherfuckers.
yeah.
So, man, I know I'm gonna be pissed, but because, oof, just I try to like understand the root. I haven't been this exposed, right? But like, how and or why?
And or why?
Like, it. I guess like sometimes I see people that have gone through like trauma or like they want to get over some shit that they're willing to just be like, oh no, just like let it be, so I can just move on.
Yeah.
But that doesn't address shit, and it could. Is it something like that? Like people are just trying to be like, I want to fit in, and thus I'm just gonna say what they need me to say.
Like black conservatives?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be that. I don't know, man. Because everybody's origins is different, but like it's super complex because one, like even like black conservatism is just like a niche even within the black community. So oh, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these black conservatives either felt like they just weren't black enough, so they go down that rabbit hole. It's just like black conservatism and and they all share like the same ideology. Like it comes from a place of anti-blackness and just this level of like pick-meism that goes along with that. Like, I'm one of the good ones. It's like,
Oof. Yeah.
Respectability politics just on steroids when it comes to like a black conservative. So, like they're just a mouthpiece for anti-blackness and within the conservative party.
Woo. Damn, yeah.
And a lot of that just comes from just unaddressed, anti-blackness that they just grew up with, and or they'll use the, oh, what about black on black crime? I was beat up by a black dude. White people never did anything to me. We're doing it to ourselves. It's just the anti-blackness, just greatest hits. Like, I've never seen I only see clips of this debate, but I can pretty much predict where this is fucking going.
Mm. So. Yeah, no, I haven't seen anything from it. Like, I saw the title and I'm like, ooh, nah. Yeah. I'm just gonna get mad. Yeah. And here we are. We're gonna get mad.
Right. So let me share. I'm gonna share it. Also share the audio. All right.
Let's do this.
Be triggered.
Take my fucking pulse here.
Let's get on the fact that there's no fathers in the black home. Let's talk about that.
Stop. You're talking to a radical, not a Democrat.
And I'm gonna just give Amanda Seals her flowers here, because I swear she has way more patience, because I would have fucking walked away, because I'm like, you disillusioned ass Negroes. I would have instantly walked away. She stuck it out. She thugged it out. I swear to God.
Oh, jeez.
Simply is living opposite to our colonizers, which is an imperialist, capitalist mind state, and radical blacks do not believe that is any way for us to have liberation. Well, here's what you all keep doing. You keep interrupting me when I'm talking, and you don't want to hear the point that I'm going to make, and yet you want me to respect your point. And that's not how a debate works. If I show you respect, give me the respect back. Ooh, I knew I was going to be surrounded by ignorance, but damn, let's go. Greetings. I am Amanda Seals, widely known as a comedian, an actress, a disruptor, an annoying person on the internet who always tells the truth. And I am now an artistic intellectual who commits myself to making art that educates. And today, I am surrounded by 20 Black conservatives. My first claim is it is undeniable that reparations are just and necessary.
Wait.
Okay.
This is debated? Like within the... Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Okay. So, once again, I already know where this is going. Never seen it, but I already know where this is going. They're going to make some bullshit ass argument on why we can't have it, why we need to do better, yet every other race in this country has gotten some form of fucking reparations.
I would like to start a bootstraps counter. Because I already know. Okay. Bootstraps.
Oh,
right here.
Bootstraps counter. All right, here we go. It's all gonna be niggas. You gotta do better.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you tired of spending hours on emails, contacts, and calls? You could just be growing your business with HoneyBook.
Oh!
All right, reparations. Fair.
It's this nigga.
Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this?
Oh shit. Oh shit, not him. Okay, all right. So he did this debate with this dude named Destiny some years ago.
All right.
And I forgot exactly. They were debating something about black issues, but this nigga said, "Oh, you know, racism. You know, it's not around. The Klan members gave our neighborhood, you know, toys and food. So you know, racism dead. You know, the Ku Klux Klan are not bad. They're not a hate group because of this one thing that they did." Okay. Okay. All right.
Necessary. My question would be, who's going to get it? Why would they get it? And how long are we going to sit here focusing on trying to get reparations? It's been how many years since slavery? 150 years, 1865? Whenever there's a real thing that this country wants to do, they do it. Stop Asian hate. Okay, there's a problem with the Asian hate. Let's draft a bill, sign it, and it's done. Anything that needs to be done is done. With us, it's a carrot they dangle in front of us that they don't really want to do. And it's not going to help. We need education. Oh, it's not going to help. No, it's not. We need education. Getting a check from the government is not going to do that. And we need proper education. A lot of us go to these institutions where we're not really prepared, we're not really focused, and we don't get things that help us in the real world. So if you want to help black people, a check from the government, from our tax dollars is going to get raised, because let's be clear, everybody in here is black. We all American. We all got to pay taxes. It'll go to that. So I don't really see how this is going to help us at all.
Okay. Well, first I'll start with, it will help on even just a moral level. The reality is that the United States has become very comfortable with the fact that it does not consider Black people equal. And it shows that in many ways that I'm sure we will discuss over the course of today. But ultimately, there has not been a committed, concerted effort to shifting the mindset around the use of Black people as a labor force in this nation back when it was slavery, now in the use of slavery as slave labor in prisons. So on a basic cultural level, reparations are an act of repair. They are an effort to say, our bad, we see you now. We have seen that done with Japanese folks who were put in internment camps. We have seen that done with Jewish folks. We have seen that done even in the case of slave owners who received reparations. When it comes to the use of tax.
Yep.
Boss. Yeah. Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
So wait. Let me get this straight. Because I'm new here. So what she said is slave owners got reparations?
Right, yeah. So basically they got reimbursed for all the slaves that they lost.
I was about...
Slave owners.
Excuse me.
Slave owners got their bread before we got a fucking 40 acres and a mule.
These motherfuckers were economically impacted by the loss of the inhumane, and they, okay, that's
yeah, so
that's backwards as fuck. Okay,
well, all right, keep in mind that Lincoln's goal was to keep the Union together, so that sort of makes sense as to why they did that, not taking the morality out of the subject at all. Oh yeah, no. And then also the thing is that like the difference between the South and the North is that the North, where their strength was industrialization, versus the South was they needed the free labor. Like free labor was economic as fuck.
I wonder why.
So I mean, like all the produce and everything came from the South, like cotton, fucking just any other type of produce, was all it came from slave labor. Like it, you know what I mean? This is kind of the shit that we're going through right now with the whole ICE situation. Like America's always gonna have essentially like a slave class. There's always gonna, like, this country thrives off of cheap labor.
And see, like with Mexicans, with us, not the HB1s, but like the agricultural visa, it's a very easy workaround. We don't have to stay. We just come, do the labor at the rate that we can just go right back and spend it in Mexico, and then that's that. And then the prices don't have to go up. But I'm just wrapping my head around it. Like, this is the first time I've ever heard about this. And the fuck, like, on an economic standpoint, I understand.
It was like it's basically like when the economy crashes, how corporations get a handout. This is basically what this is for slave owners.
Yeah, like not so much like that. Like the agricultural subsidiary, it's kind of like, yeah, we impacted your workforce, and cotton's gonna go up like fucking this. So like you try to like, but it's fucking people. So like that's the thing that, like, I'm like, if they got theirs, like, this makes this debate even more stupid in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because like I already was like pro reparations, difficult and whatever. Like, I wanted to work out. Cool, I'm here for it, for the conversation. But it was already like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like down to like learn more, but this piece of knowledge just like makes it like, yeah, no, this.
All right.
Fuck.
Let's continue.
Dollars to pay reparations. And this is going to come up a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of values, right? For me, my value system circulates around the fact that I think that as a community, we should all be engaged in repair for our community. So I don't think there should be any problem with there being tax dollars spent at repairing consistent efforts that have been made to impede Black people. So the reparations you're talking about are not just related to slavery. There's reparations that have been discussed all over this nation in different communities as it relates to particular massacres, as it relates to redlining and the impediment of Black people to earn wealth by having property. There's been impediments in various ways that can be repaired. And I want to also just add, there's reparations that are considered a cash payment from a government. There's also the version of reparations that shows up in how funds are applicated to specific groups of people. So there's multiple ways in which what you're stating cannot happen could very well happen.
Okay, now as far as the money.
All right. So you had a question?
It was, sorry.
Okay, no, I got.
It's just like one guy in the backdrop. It looks like a Key and Peele character. So like I got a little fucking distracted. The big old fucking mustache. And I just like, oh god. But yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. Where's the money? Where's the money gonna come?
Towards certain things is going to help us. Let's look at Baltimore public schools. They get, I think, the third most money per pupil in the U.S. of A, like $15,000 per student. But yet, the majority of the population that comes from that environment can't read. They're illiterate. So we're dumping money on the situation, yes, but yet we're not getting the results we should get from it. Money's not going to help the thing. We need to just focus on what we need to focus on. As far as Black people being labor force of this country, what else are we doing? We got 25% of us on some kind of government assistance. 1 out of every 3 Black men will go to jail. We got to do something. We got to work with our hands, work with tools, do something, because we're not doing much of anything. And also, one more piece here. Reparations, again, always dangling in front of us, never going to happen. As long as you've been living, as long as I've been living, as long as everybody been living, they say we need it, and it never gets done. One more piece.
You just said one more piece, then you're adding
Hold
another
on,
one.
I promise.
So hold on to it.
One more
on
piece.
to it.
I'm gonna land the plane. I'm gonna land the plane. I promise. Reparations is a thing. Like I said, it's a carrot to dangle in front of us. They're never really going to get it done. And if it was going to get done, it would have already been done. It's just something that they're using to try and make us stay Democrat. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, Democrats are not doing reparations either. This is nonpartisan. This is black partisan, baby. Okay.
Well,
this is nonpartisan.
Who do we vote for? Who do we vote for? 93% of the time. There's no incentive.
To be quite honest, you're not talking to a Democrat. You're talking to a radical.
Okay, but let's land this plane very quickly.
Wait,
who do we vote for?
Let's land this plane quickly.
Who do we vote for?
You're talking to a radical, not a Democrat.
Okay, and you are your own person.
Let me tell you something now. I don't know what they told you, but if they told you that cutting me off is how we're going to get clicks, stop it now.
Oh, no.
That's not how we're going to. That's not how we're going to enter.
We having a debate.
A debate does not require continuously cutting somebody off.
Okay, no problem.
Now, I do want to state this. You're stating things as it relates to how money is not fixing a problem without acknowledging the fact that the problem doesn't exist in a vacuum and that there are so many other factors that are determining how that money is getting spent to impede it from actually fixing a problem. You can put all the money into Baltimore public schools you want, but if you are also putting all this money into policing, into communities that are not getting resources, then you are also creating your own conundrum. The other part of this is that when you're saying they, the they is a broad context. And the last part of this that I will say is that you keep saying they're dangling this in our face. They're dangling in our face. Slavery lasted for 400 years. It hasn't even been 400 years since slavery. So should we be only fighting for a quarter of the time to get repair?
All right. I'm so sorry.
So here's my thing, right? Because if slavery, I always had this, if slavery was like the only thing we went through and like everything was like slavery was over and it was just all cool, sunshine and rainbows and shit, all right, maybe he might have a point, but it's all the bullshit that happened after. There was, oh my god, dude. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't just slavery that was like the problem for black people. Like it was the burning down or the removal of like thriving black cities after that, just to be terrorized by white people, or for whatever reason the government wanted to build fucking freeways over those fucking cities. So I mean, like, what you mean? Yeah. And then he talked about how, Baltimore is spending like almost like $2,000 per student, right? Well, it's more about just spending money on like the kids. It's also a lot of schools are underfunded. A lot of schools, like the way schools are funded is through property tax. So if these black communities live in places where they just been redlined to shit, yeah, their schools are not going to have like the best education. They're going to be underfunded as fuck, using some old ass and dated books. It's I swear to God, like these motherfuckers, once again, they think it's always just about the individual and never some more about the environment that will shape an individual to even come to those conclusions.
Dude, now we have a question because I'm also not super familiar.
Yeah, so with the red flags, if they raise up enough flags, then they're gonna have like the next person go up.
Okay. Yeah.
But and this is why like this style of debate, I really do not like this at all, because like one person will be cooking and the next thing you know, everyone has their flags up.
Damn, man. So once that like they see that this guy's getting like beat, they'll get him out of there. Kind of thing, or like,
depending, even if it's the one that's making the point or the one that's going up to debate the point, like it's always like that. Like
shit.
I remember fucking Jesse Peterson was getting cooked, and then flags got raised, and I'm like, fuck.
No, man, like it's it drives me insane when I'm like talking politics with someone and they're like, oh well, they've tried that, and I'm like, I need you to think about this the way it actually is, which is a system. It's a whole thing. And this necessity, or I don't know if it's like necessity or cop out of people that are like, oh well, they're running this program, the program doesn't work. And I'm like, because the program is very small in attacks a very small fucking section of this thing. It's like having a big old fucking leak and then just like trying a little bit of like Play-Doh or some shit, Cola Loca, like some like on a tiny part of it and being like, oh well, yeah, no, I tried fixing it and it doesn't work, and it'll never work, and it doesn't matter if you bring big machinery, it will never work. That's just the way it is. Leave it like that. Like,
do better.
You didn't prove shit. Your misunderstanding of the approach that we need for such a big problem is not the fucking own you think it is.
Right.
Like, it just means that you have not learned enough about it and you don't want to actually fix it.
Mm-hmm.
As a technician, it drives me to fucking insane.
See, another thing, politicians might be dropping $20,000 per student to a school, but how are they using that money? The issue is at those detailed levels, underpaid teachers, old outdated materials, where's the money going?
Yeah, man.
I
And then
mean,
it was like
he
20.
said, yeah, he's all, yeah, they spent $20,000 and they can't read. Well, why can't they fucking read?
and like that's I read this book, right, about like how this entire culture of nonprofits and like rich people giving their money away and like donating this and donating that, and I donated 1,000 laptops to a school and I donated that, blah 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 blah. Just fucking pay taxes, because this bullshit of like, oh well, they're doing so much for us, we should be thankful because they donated in 0.1 fraction of the shit ton of money that they make.
Mm-hmm.
is just, it's bullshit. You're just not taking this seriously. You want to be lied to, or you're like, give it the benefit of the doubt, but otherwise you're just that dumb. Like,
Right.
man, like,
Who? Politicians pay taxes? What a dream world we live.
man,
No, dude.
I like to dream.
Right. And then I didn't like the fact that he brought up government assistance, like black people are the only ones on government assistance. When statistically speaking, the biggest recipient of government assistance is white women.
Dude, like that's something that gets me. Like they keep bringing out like Baltimore and shit, and I'm like, you know that like there are some places where they like meth cooking towns where
Right.
nobody should fucking step a single foot. You're gonna get like jacked, man. So like they just keep bringing up these cities.
Yeah. No, nobody brings up the fucking rural fucking white towns where if my black ass shows up, I'm gonna come up fucking missing. So let's just stop the bullshit.
Dude, man, like fucking little bumfuck nowhere Arizona where like it just is this correlation between color equal crime, at least from out here. Like I like what the why? Yeah, I don't understand.
Oh, there was a survey done for people on government assistance. Supposedly, them abusing the system. Come to find out that a small percentage was actually basically a rounding number.
Oh shit!
Ooh. Ooh, overly represented to cook the books to bullshit narrative. Ooh. Could that be it? Politicians talk about how poor people do all sorts of bad shit. We just trying to live, man. Nah, facts.
Facts.
The fuck?
Nah.
Oh my god, dude! Like classism is racism uglier cousin. Shit.
Fucking.
Like they're just locked in.
All right, you've been voted out by the majority.
All right.
Please return to your seat.
Okay.
Imagine being able to make anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Commercials.
My name is Matt Nuclear.
Hello, Matt.
appreciate
Matt
sharing-
Nuclear?
Matt Nuclear, yes.
Matt Nuclear, give me a better handshake than that. Let's
Thank
do
you.
it.
I
All right.
appreciate having this
Nuclear.
conversation with a beautiful.
I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in on cuz.
Wait. Who this?
I don't even know who this nigga
Oh,
is.
okay.
This man does not have a black barber.
Oh man.
This nigga look like he's good at Smash Bros. This nigga looks like when a white person says, I have black friends, they talking about this nigga right here.
Oh.
Okay, let me stop.
Oh
All right, and scene.
Beautiful black woman like yourself. This is nice, beautiful arena here. I disagree that reparations are necessary. I think the most important thing that's necessary right now for the black community would be the stopping of violence, especially black on black violence. I don't see how reparations is going to solve anything. You can give.
Oh, see, she's just annoyed as I am, dude. Black on black violence. What?
Like
It's this weird thing about like how crime works in these debates, right? Because it's just like it seems like black on black crime is just like, oh my god, ooh, it's the gotcha. This is like black people. You worried about the police shooting, but what about black on black crime? The fuck? It's just crime.
so they bullied you, bud. So they bullied you. That's not black on black crime. That's your cousins making fun of you. I'm sorry.
This nigga got roasted at the space table. Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
All right, terrible. But still, like the black on black crime, I swear to God, like that shit is so. It is such. So okay, all right. I play devil's advocate every time with like black on black crime, right? So then let's dive deep about it. So why do you think that is? Right? Is it because we're either just inherently more violent than other races, or our conditions are so fucked up where a lot of young black men go into that life of crime?
I was gonna think like it was gonna be just like the statistics, man. Because like if like redlining and all that shit pushes people of color into a community, just the odds of like you're right there, you gotta get out of that area to beat up a white person. Like it just like that's what my brain was going to. Like it's just like
Right.
it's bullshit.
But the thing is, with black conservatives, if you present the question that way, they just have it's crickets. They're not thinking about the factors that got them there. You know what I mean? It's either we just have to make better choices and just be better.
Oh my god, man!
Versus it's just like, all right, but like once again, how did we get here? What's gonna fix it? How are we gonna be able to make those better choices? It's just like they address the problem but no offer zero solutions. Like
That's
zero
fucking-
real tangible solutions to fix the problem. But to your point, black on black crime is just crime. It's just proximity.
That's what it always sounded to me like. I'm like, by learning about like gerrymandering and all that fucking redlining shit and all that shit, I'm like, yeah, I mean, odds are, man.
So it's a bucket of crab situation. Saying goes that when you have that many crabs in a small space, they start pulling each other down instead of pushing each other back up. But who put the crabs in the bucket?
Who fucking put the crabs in the bucket, man?
The same areas, exactly. Like, they know. Oh yeah, these niggas finna start beefing. We already know where their crime is at. Let's inflate. And then also, the when they talk about like the crime rates and shit, they inflate arrest rates with crime rates. Those are two different things.
Yeah, because you can arrest a motherfucker for many things that are bullshit.
Right.
But like, is it a crime?
Right.
Like, yeah, no, that makes.
They never link the arrest rates to convictions. So even those stats are like overly conflated too. Because when they bring up the 1350, 13% of the population make up half of the crime or some shit, those statistics also pull arrest rates and not crime rates.
Dude, these motherfuckers cheating.
They just don't want to say poors are fighting in a corner again. Exactly.
Oh man.
Exactly. All right.
Everyone here like a $50,000, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently. A $50,000 check, it's not going to fix anything. It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by 10% or 20%. For example, we had the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even here in the United States. Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time, which is the rate that black people kill each other, according to the FBI?
Oh, young Matt.
Yet white people are the oppressors.
I'm not sure where your education came from, but they lied to you.
Stats don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there, particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So if you're going to start your argument on stats don't lie, you've already lost the argument. They lie all the time. One, comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of Black people to ground themselves in a nation that continues to make impediments for them to show and live and exist in their true citizenship is a false equivalency.
I don't believe that happens at all. What no one here is in.
Are you acting right now? Do you
I'm
really
I'm
believe
telling
this?
the truth. There's no systemic racism.
Wait. Oh my God.
There is no systemic racism is crazy work. No systemic racism,
Oh man, no,
where the fuck have you been the last few months, my dog? Do you not know what's going on with ICE right now? You telling me that's not systemic racism?
dude, like
I can tell you right now, these ICE raids ain't going after fucking European immigrants. That's for sure. That overstayed on their visa.
Didn't they like bring?
There's no
Didn't they bring
systemic
like?
racism?
Didn't they bring white South Africans specifically? Like, I just like, man, like. But what she said, man, I'm like, all right, yeah, no, sorry. Continue.
How are you gonna say something is false with your hope? Technically, statistics are reframed to fit a narrative, but it's not the whole story. Ever. Yeah, stats lie. The numbers are fubbed. Yep, definitely. These are all facts. All facts.
Mm-hmm.
experience here in America. What system is racist? I think the only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism that we've seen, is the application of systemic racism against white people. The University of Western Washington, for example, has been trying to segregate dormitories using black-only dormitories because black people feel safer amongst each other, but they're more likely to kill each other than white people are ever to kill them. That's just the truth. You have King Von rapping about killing other black men. Why should I think that the white man is the oppressor when black men are more likely to kill me?
Oh my
Tell me.
God, this is scary. You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion. So let's check that now. Okay. So on a basic level, we have to understand that systemic racism is grounded in the realities that Black people have not been considered an equal human being in this country since its onset. So there's simply no way to make the argument that there isn't systemic racism. And we have seen in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off. When we talk about systemic racism, we can start with even the fact that redlining, which was implemented to discriminate Black communities. Are you shaking your head that redlining doesn't exist?
No, I'm saying I don't think it really existed at all. I mean, no, I don't think so at all.
So it does exist, and stating that it doesn't.
This is why you can't take these motherfuckers seriously, because they are just, to fit their narrative, they're willing to just ignore truth.
This
Like,
is Black
established-
conservatism in a nutshell. Gaslighting.
Established truth, man. Like, it just
The gaslighting is so fucking real right now. How is she not losing it? How is she not losing it? How the fuck? Okay, all right.
Exists doesn't make it no longer exist. Redlining absolutely exists. It is not something that's being made up. It's an empirical fact. And there are realities that exist because of redlining. We know that school systems are related to the way that property taxes are affecting the school systems. If a school system is not getting the same property value as the property taxes allow it, then it's not going to have the same efficacy at allowing for students to be able to get what they deserve. When we talk about systemic racism, we have to acknowledge that these private prisons are literally built based on the test scores of school students in third grade. So if you are literally building prisons with the onset of, okay, if these people are not reaching a certain reading level, then we know that they're going to go down a prison industrial pipeline where we can use their free labor. Then how is that not systemic? And if you want to
stop them from entering prisons,
how are you going to stop people from entering prisons if your goal is to get them into prison?
Sure, make them try to be more like Ben Carson than be like King Von. That's very, very simple.
So
Ben Carson? Bro, you can do better than fucking Ben Carson. Like, come on now. Ben Carson was the same motherfucker that said fucking African slaves were immigrants. Same nigga. Same nigga that said that.
Immigrants?
Yes.
Show me the paperwork. Show me the fucking paperwork, man. There was, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Same nigga that said that. And I'm like, oh my god, dude. Ben Carson? What? Not even, you know what? If he said like Neil deGrasse Tyson, I would have respected that shit.
Is he basically saying gun violence is caused by video games? Like, but like the equivalent, basically? Like, he's trying to make it seem like, oh, well, because culture glorifying violence, like, I understand, but it's not a cause. Like, it's not like, oh, well, no.
Chains.
God. Jeez.
Gun violence due to video game arguments are painful.
It's so
Nah, I remember like when Power Rangers first came out, motherfucker like was losing their mind. They said, "Oh, Power Rangers is super violent." Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was super violent. Crazy. Nah, but see, this is what I'm talking about though. It's not getting to the problem because then you have to dive deep enough to answer the question. Why? Why is black culture a certain way? Is it because there's something genetically wrong with this, or we're just shaped by our environment? What is it?
Dude.
only 11 minutes in. I'm gonna skip to the after this. I'm gonna skip to
Yeah.
the next topic.
Next question. Yeah.
How does King Von happen?
King Von happen.
Reparation.
Hold on.
Actually, no. Let me land the plane.
Yeah.
We're talking about reparations, and what you're doing is actually just trying to get this conversation off the facts. And
Ben
the fact
Carson's-
is, reparations are just and necessary because on a basic level, black people built this country and the country continues to thrive off of the labor that black people put into this country. And it would behoove you, young man, to really understand the way that your ancestors put blood, sweat, and tears into this nation that is still living off of those blood, sweat, and tears. And let me also add, there are reparations and then there is remunerations. Do you know the difference?
Yes, but can I finish one
No,
point that I wanted
answer
to
the
say?
question.
Ben Carson's cousins were killed at a very young.
I'm so sorry. You've been voted out.
Ben Carson. This nigga's still trying to talk about Ben Carson.
Oh man, it's not even. No. Okay.
Okay, so she's, I guess, next
My heart's
topic's
fine.
about black
I'm
on
getting
black
started.
crime.
Ignoring your heart health risk is into criminality. Black
Fucking commercials.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to like. All right. So there we go. That's what I'm trying to get to.
There
So it says black on black crime is a result of underinvestment and over policing. Yes. Yes, there is no debate on that. There's no getting around that. That is facts. But let me see what this. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. No. This is unexcusable. This is unexcusable, nigga. You knew you was gonna be on camera with that motherfucking hairline, my nigga. What is wrong with you?
Damn.
What is wrong with you? All right, I'm sorry. I
Let's see.
don't know what's more triggering, bro. Like the way these black people. The way these niggas clearly don't go to black barbers, or the fact that they just want to gaslight the shit out of us. I don't know.
into criminality. Black males that grew up without a father are 10 times more likely to engage in criminal activity. And so I think one of the...
Can I put a pin right there and ask you a question?
Ask me whatever you like.
What is the root cause of there being less fathers present?
Bad decision-making on the part of the fathers. We live in a patriarchal system. Like it or not, men have dominated the socioeconomic, economic, and political power of this country and the world since our existence. So our bad decision-making, especially when we focus on the black community, is the root cause of fatherhood.
Bad decision making. Okay, let's dive deep, right? Why? Why are they making these bad decisions? What is it in their environment? Are they making these bad decisions? What about it? What is it? They never answer the question. They just point the problem out and offer zero solutions. Just, make better choices.
Man. Like, it's like fucking diagnosing cancer and being like, why? You know, like, oh, this tumor right here? Like, no. It could never be the tumor. Like, let's think about everything else real hard. But leave the tumor right there.
Yeah, back to the bucket of crabs. No, once again, yeah.
What type of decisions?
Not marrying the women we decide to lay down and have children with. Not being careful with the seeds that we plant in women. No woman can get pregnant without a man planting his seed inside of her. So therefore...
So it's marriage.
Well, that's a part of it. That's marriage is a part of it.
Okay.
But the true piece that I'm looking at is connectedness between familial units. The black community was at its economically strongest while being at its poorest during the segregation era. Prior to 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King in his last speech said that we have an annual income of more than $30 billion a year, which is more than all of the exports of Canada and more than all of the exports of the United States and more than the national budget of Canada. That was when we were economically at our poorest. Yet 85% of our black children were growing up with a father in the home. There was less black on black crime. There was less disenfranchisement.
Why was there less black on black crime?
Because we needed to live together. We had to stick by each other. We had to. Stick
What
by
was
each
there
other.
also less of?
I'm not sure where you're leading. That's a leading question. I don't like.
You don't like this?
I don't like leading questions. No, I like direct stuff.
So essentially,
She's trying to get him to really think about, okay, but why? But why? But why?
Yeah.
Like,
You came with this big old speech, man.
you brought it up, but why?
Yeah.
when we were living in our own communities, we were also policing our own communities. So we were not being used as statistics in the same way to determine how resources were provided to our own communities. When we were going to the government saying, hey, we deserve because we are supposed to be separate but equal, we weren't saying, hey, we want to be with y'all. We were essentially saying, we want what you are stating we deserve. And that is what all of the efforts of the civil rights movement has been. It's literally just been to say, you said when we got out of the Civil War that we would be considered citizens and all citizens should be getting equal access to these things. However, you are actively allowing the Klan to harm us. You are actively allowing.
Who's killed more black people, the Klan or us?
I would like to continue my statement.
Oh my God. Oh.
Who's killed more black people, the Klan or us? That is wild. That is crazy. That is insane. Insane. That is not some kind of gotcha.
It's not like they say it like it is. But if you oh my God. Just
it's like, come on, dog. You really think the Klan, black people has killed more. We kill ourselves more than the Klan has killed. That's not the point.
no, and it's like, okay, so this motherfucker really wants to compare gang related crime or shit like that, right? That's obviously what he's talking about.
See? And this part irks the shit out of me when they talk about like fatherless fucking homes. They're not they only account for married couples and not, like people that are not married that just have kids, like like boyfriend and girlfriend shit. So
Oh shit.
yeah, so when they talk about like fatherless or fatherless, like, or broken homes or whatever the case may be, they're only accounting for married couples and not just two people that got, that had children out of wedlock.
Fuck, man.
And then also, statistically speaking, as far as just like how fatherhood goes, black dads are like the best fathers because they're so involved with their kids more than any other parents, any other racial group when it comes to parenting. Like black fathers are the most involved with their kids.
Fuck, dude. Nah.
But that
That's
statistics
bullshit.
doesn't
Make it
meet
in
the
there.
narrative. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it doesn't, fit the narrative, right?
Motherfuckers.
But anyways,
Let you speak uninterrupted.
You did.
When we talk about this concept of who is harming us, we are really making a false claim when it comes to black on black crime, as if there isn't white on white crime. There's also this unnecessary effort to try and pathologize black on black crime in a way that you don't try to pathologize white on white crime. There are white people killing each other every single day. Now, they may be on jet skis in the pictures after they shoot up their whole family, but nonetheless, there are white people killing each other every single day. Now, much of the reason why you may see more numbers in terms of black on black crime are for two reasons. One, the statistics be lying all the time. We have seen
What
this.
numbers? Okay, when you
We have
say that-
seen
no,
this
no,
in a real way.
but I have a
So in
question.
New
No, when
Jersey,
you say,
so
when
in
you
New
say that,
Jersey,
what numbers can be trusted? Because with the previous speaker, you
I'm
said
about to
statistics all
tell
the
you
time.
right now.
Okay, so your sources can
You
be trusted.
can't such number. No, I'm literally about to give you an example of numbers not being able to be trusted.
Okay, talk to me.
That's what I was doing.
I'm
so,
listening.
Okay, and listen.
Oh, my ears open.
So listen, in New Jersey,
Uh-huh.
they had a statistic that was created by the police department that said, look at how many black people are committing crimes. Look at how crazy this number is. These black people are so exorbitantly violent. Look at this. And then people went and actually matched the names that they were booking with the faces of the actual people incarcerated. And it was proven that they were lying.
So that's one. So that's one instance.
That's
Hold on,
one
no, you're talking to
example.
somebody that works as a police dispatcher when I'm not making content. So here's the thing.
I
So
see.
you see.
Mm.
I'm gonna do the weave, but give me a minute.
Well, here's
So
what
when
you all keep.
This is the fucking Ben Shapiro move. Well, my dad was a composer, so I know about music, and therefore, hip hop isn't music.
Oh no. He
My-
said that?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh.
He definitely did. Or he said, "Oh, well, my wife is a doctor, so I know everything there is to know about how insurance companies work." Trying to like make the point against like universal healthcare and shit.
Oh god damn, man.
So this nigga, well, I'm a dispatcher, so I know everything there is to know about crime. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fucking corny ass nigga. Have the audacity to fucking quote Martin Luther King and shit.
He was rejected from the cops, man. He wanted to be a cop. That's why he's a dispatcher.
he wants to show that I'm one of the good ones. I hate black pepper looking at you.
Oh man.
I can't even say that word.
Tangentially
related, so it makes me an expert. That's annoying.
Oh man, yeah, no.
Oh shit. All right.
You keep interrupting me when I'm talking, and you don't want to hear the point that I'm going to make. And yet you want me to respect your point. And that's not how a debate works. So if you want me to keep getting louder, I will do it. But ultimately, if I show you respect, give me the respect back. I let you talk. I let you make your points. I am countering your points. And my points are just as valid as yours, even though you got a pocket square and a Church of Christ pin on your chest.
It's not a Church of Christ. It's
Whatever. It's a cross. Same difference. You got an American flag and you think you know something because you a cop. And ultimately,
Not a cop.
ultimately it's ACAB all day over here. So let me make that clear. But let me also add to my point. My point is that you can sit here and blame black people on black people all day long and not acknowledge that we are forced into. You're going to interrupt me again.
I haven't even said a word.
All right, that is fine.
But like,
I'm gonna ask you to return to your seat.
It's a waste of
He wanted to say something so bad.
my time. Y'all just want to be seen. I don't need to be seen.
No.
If you don't understand the rules,
you
certainly lose to someone who does.
Man,
because I really do feel like a lot of these black conservatives. Nah.
I told you.
Nah, come on, dog. What's up with these niggas and these hair, bro? What is going on right now? What is happening right now?
He looks like he's from a fucking sketch, man. Oh, dude.
No. Oh shit, dude. Capital M mustache, bro.
Yes.
God damn. Oh my god.
Damn it, I wanted to see him talk.
How are you? I'm Jasmine, the pretty.
All right. Hold on. I want to go. Okay, he's in the next talking point. So we're just gonna go to that one.
No, like, well, no, yeah, actually, yeah. We're an hour in.
We're about an hour in, so yeah.
For partnering with us on this episode. Now, let's get into it.
So systemic racism isn't a theory; it's lived reality backed by data and history.
My next claim is systemic racism isn't a theory. It's our lived reality backed by data and history.
Hello?
Hello, John.
John Samuel.
Hello, John Samuel. First name, first name. All right.
Oh, this thing got two first names. I already don't trust it.
Oh, man.
My parents.
Hi, parents.
I want to listen to you first. Why do you feel that?
Once again, that hairline is crazy. and you wanted to be on TV. Come on, nigga.
Dude.
Oh my god, dude. All these hairlines that I've seen so far screams I don't go to black barbers like at all.
God damn, man.
God fucking damn, dog.
Why do you feel that way?
Oh,
Why do you
John went to debate training before he came here. Okay. Ultimately, I feel that way because it's simply just facts. It's in the books, and that's why there have been laws to challenge it. There have been innumerable instances where actual systems were created specifically for the impediment of Black people to advance. We have also seen numerous instances where there were things created for Black people to advance, and they were taken back under the auspices of, we don't want them to advance. Ultimately, systemic racism exists in our institutions on a government level, in our institutions, whether it's prisons or schools, and it is undeniable because they are actively trying to reinstate it right now.
Can you give me an example of one of those systems that you believe perpetuates that cycle of racism? Redlining. Okay.
Yes.
And how does that, like, can you elaborate? Like, how is that affecting the Black community?
Do you know what redlining is?
I know a little bit. I'm not an expert.
Redlining was a system that was created to determine property values, and that said Black people can only live in certain neighborhoods and not in other neighborhoods. And the redlining lowered the property values of those Black neighborhoods by stating that they were more savage, that they were more dangerous, etc. Thus, they were not able to own property that was on a level of par to their white counterparts. There were also many efforts at just simply not allowing Black people to get loans for property, putting them in predatory scenarios where they were being essentially unable to own land. And that inability to own land, but still having to pay out a mortgage, if you will, or a rent, continue to put Black people in a conundrum of not being able to excel at the same economic rate as their white counterparts.
What I'm hearing from you, if I'm hearing correctly, is it feels like in the United States that for a while we've kind of established these systems at their foundation, and they've continued.
He said bell bottoms. I don't know if he's wearing bell bottoms, but the fact that he has a very like Afrocentric undershirt on is kind of triggering the shit out of me.
Fucking Max comment, man. He's.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not a fan of this shit either. Yeah, I think this is like a stupid way to debate, if I'm being honest, but it is what it is.
Oh, it is. No, but like the next one up.
He had one dye job away from saying, "Ho, brother."
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Continued on, and they've continually just oppressed Black people, and we haven't dismantled them, and we haven't done much so they continue to complete the cycle. Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Well, in many of these systems, they have been dismantled maybe in name, but because this country has never dismantled the culture of racism, they end up still living in practice. So we see that, for instance, in the way that the appraisal system works. Now we saw there was an entire documentary on how appraisals have been also very racist, home appraisals, right? So your ability to sell your house for the value that it deserves.
Right.
There were a number of homes, particularly in Marin County, California, where Black people had one appraisal when they had their Blackness up. So they had their dashikis hanging, and they had their, they had their Black Good Times poster. But then when they removed all those items and put up white people and a dog in the house, and then had their white friends come and pose as the owners of the home, the appraisal was significantly higher. And we have seen that in a number of instances. Now, of course, that is just Marin County, but there are a number of other scenarios where this has been relayed. And that's why there were certain efforts by the Democratic Party to say, okay, well, we're going to try and step in for this.
I actually remember that case, and I watched it with the family, and I thought that was just really just terrible. But the problem I guess I have with systemic racism is...
Okay, so what's the... I'm going to hear him out. I'm hearing him out because she gave the valid example and a very recent example that the shit is still low-key kind of like being practiced.
Yeah.
So...
He listened to, Mustache Man? All right.
Hopefully we'll see. We'll see what he says.
is, I guess, for somebody like me, where my family comes from, the deep South. You probably don't even know it, Aliceville, Alabama.
Okay.
That's where my grandparents are from. And my grandpa came. If you saw the house that he grew up in, I'm not trying to be funny, it looked like a slave house. It was just, they grew up in poverty. And the fact that he was able to go from that and get the highest rank enlisted in the United States Navy amidst, all these, systems, so to speak, and he was able to.
Another pull yourselves up by the bootstrap story. Great.
Ah, man. No, they haven't seen it. They haven't said it yet. Damn it.
but I already know what he's doing though. I already know where he's going with this, right? He's just like, well, my granddad did this. Why can't we all do the same thing?
And it's like, as a veteran, yeah, like military service is definitely a way to like get yourself out of the hole very fast and shit. But like, you're selling yourself pretty fucking hard, man. And it's like, not everyone is made for it.
No, it's not an option for everybody.
No,
not everyone can go to the military.
Yeah,
if that was the option for everyone would be in the fucking military right now.
Yeah. No, like it's the militaries that have mandatory service don't work the same way as the U.S. military works. That doesn't have the missions and everything that we do. So like it's not for everyone, and you would put some people in some situations that they don't need to be, man. Right. And it's dangerous for them and dangerous for the people in the service as well. So like, and they still slip through the cracks, man. You still get some people that are like, yeah, no, you were not meant for this. So
yeah,
that entire like, well, my granddad fucking served, and I'm like, that's your granddad, man.
Yeah, right. All right, let's see. Watch Swerve, right? We said all this shit now, but watch, the Swerve is gonna come.
Oh man.
Buy his own house out in San Diego. He was able to, pass on these things to his son, my dad, and his grandchildren. Now I'm able to get an education. I was able to get my undergrad, my master's, that, the great grandson of enslaved peoples can now say that, educated and can even run for Congress. I don't see how these systems are still in place as they were before, because before I would say you do have a little bit of a foothold. You do.
And see, all right, my family made all my wealth.
Generational wealth, man. That's it. Like,
right. And then also he also forgot to mention the point where he bought a house. His grandfather went from racist ass Alabama to California and bought his house in California.
The granddad did some good, smart investments. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he did. But the fact that his granddad made these smart moves and is able to, right? Like because it's like there's racism, there's a lot of shit in the military too, man. Like there's a, like an underbelly and shit, of course. But yeah, like it's a stepping stone.
Wish I can afford a house in California, bruh. Man,
and back then and shit, like it just.
Who you telling, bruh? Who you telling?
Man.
Oh my god, dude. This
like,
anecdotal bullshit, because it didn't happen to me, thus is not happening at all.
like I understand like where he comes from, because like yeah, the option is open to everyone to enlist, is the mentality. But the thing is, like I said, like it's not for everyone. Not everyone is able to flat feet, like the actual physical problems, mental health problems. You shouldn't do that shit, like all that different shit, right? But he is, by the one example of his grandpa being able to like fucking bootstrap himself through life, he is able to avoid all the other pathways that are closed to people and choosing to ignore it in exchange for like this one fucking example is bullshit.
Right. My granddad bought his house for 70 grapes and a mule and a cheap salary. Don't talk to me. Oh shit.
Oh my god, man. And you probably like his granddad bought it in the fucking ghetto, and like now in San Diego is like Hoya or some shit. Like it just like it was ill placed and just like it held on to that shit and is now like worth 5 times the cost or some shit. Like
it definitely does not sound like he grew up in fucking East Dago. You know what I mean? Like you did not grow up in Southeast San Diego, bro. So we already know your granddad done bought that fucking house. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. It was fleas and sand, bro. No. The house he bought in Carlsbad, that's where the fucking house is at.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, over here when Lemon Grove was Lemon Bush. God damn. Oh man.
He was there when the lemon was being built, right there, right by the trolley, right before they built them trolley tracks, right there.
Oh man.
You have some validity there, but I just think these days when we call it systemic racism, really what we're calling it is those people who may still be in those institutions, those individual people who may actually be racist and hold some racist ideals, who are continuing to perpetuate this. I believe it's those people. So in all reality, the problem is not the systemic racism. The problem is us. The problem starts with those people who are perpetuating these, kind of racist ideals. And so I feel like just to attack these systems is just, it's nonsensical.
Who's running the systems?
Like which system? You're talking about
whether
Congress,
it's the prison
government?
whether it's the prison industrial complex. We're seeing this now with immigration and ICE. We're seeing this also with the effort at not making schools available for equal level of schooling available with the voucher systems that are now allowing tax dollars to allow people to go to segregated schools.
Right.
Who is controlling those systems? So for instance, in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
So in Tennessee, you have a Senate and a House of Representatives that is largely controlled by white Republicans and that have actively said, we are not going to consider what the people want in our constituencies. We are going to simply just do what we want to do, to the point where they have removed.
So it's only in those states that have largely white legislators or largely white people are controlling these systems. I'm not trying to.
All right, guys, I'm so sorry. You have been voted out. Please return to your seat.
I hate this. It's so fucking dumb because this could have actually led somewhere.
Exactly.
This conversation, just give me that for the hour and a half. Like, fuck. Julie sucks. Ass.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
So to go back to your claim, you basically said something about 10.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Why? God damn!
Man.
Fuck! These hairlines, man.
Oh my god.
These fucking hairlines. God damn. Okay, let me stop.
Tennessee and how they said what exactly you said they are not in favor of what their people said, or
Yeah, Tennessee has actively said, we're not really listening to our constituency. We're not even going to allow them in the gallery when we're voting on certain issues. So for instance, like when it comes to like guns in the classroom, like the constituency very largely said, we do not want guns in the classroom. And they were like, well, we don't care. We're going to do it anyway. We've also seen them actively silence members of the House of Representatives who are Black and not silence someone who is doing the exact same action who is a white woman, Gloria. Shout out to the Justins.
you are right, actually, on this aspect. I did actually remember a time where 2 Black Democrats, I believe, were actually not allowed to speak. And that was interesting. And I found that really like insane, considering they're representatives of the state.
Yeah.
So no, I totally can get where you're coming from, but I don't think that's a institutionalized problem where it's a law per se. I think it's more so a personal vendetta in a way.
What's the difference if you are a lawmaker and you're exacting your personal ability, your personal
This looks like the worst kind of musical chairs when they started running for it. Nah, facts. Somebody's finna do shit for real.
I'm hoping for it, man. Honestly,
Nah,
it's just...
I feel like they would take it out. Nah, they would beat it out.
Get it? Nah, get it.
They would edit the shit out of that. The next thing you know, you see somebody fucking sitting there with a fucking Band-Aid and shit.
Fucking
all laid up and shit. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a debate, not kindergarten, not for reals, man. Like I said, I'm not a fan of these style debates.
Through impediment of law change.
So if we're going to go based on systemic racism, it has to be institutionalized, which means it has to be written into law, made.
Yes, he's using a Dorilla pillow. How can you tell? Have you heard about Dorilla Ergo? It's the cutting-edge ergonomic pillow.
Public. When it
So I'm not mad about the commercial, but I already know what the fuck he's finna say. It's that because for systemic racism to be a thing, like the racism has to be very like implicit.
I don't know what people get. Like it's the same mentality as like domestic abuse is not domestic abuse unless like she has bruises. I'm like, there's financial abuse or her or him, whoever the fuck is getting abused. But like, yeah. There's financial abuse, there's emotional abuse, there's like a bunch of types, man. Like it's not just one thing.
She's looking like Miss Frizzle versus the kindergartners.
Just get the fucking bus.
Get the fucking bus. Jazz in the bus. It's good to see DJ Jazzy Jeff getting involved in politics. Wow. I'm dead. Not DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Who is this? Oh man.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I'm Googling.
I got you right here.
Oh, okay.
DJ Jazzy Jeff. All right, images. Let me type young when he was young. Young. When he was young. So this is DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw Fresh Prince in Spanish. So
okay.
In English.
You should watch it in English now. It'll probably hit different for sure.
Yeah.
Comes to that aspect, that's not necessarily made public by law. That's made public by choice and actual discrimination by person.
So I can give you an example in Tennessee.
Okay.
So for instance, in Tennessee, we can say that they are put into law that now tax dollars, the public's tax dollars will be supporting voucher systems. The voucher systems for the schools allow parents to choose whatever school they want their child to go to using taxpayer money. And these schools can be private schools, and private schools are not in any way limited from creating systems of segregation. And this is actually how segregated schools was carried out previous to Brown versus Board of Education. So this is a systemic example. We also can acknowledge that systemic examples come from not always it being written into law. And I think that is a real straw man argument for the way that a lot of colorblind racism is carried out in the United States. And what happens when we do that is we ignore the fact that most of the people making the laws are not going to put their racism on the books.
Oh, that's true. Obviously not going to put on the books. But when it comes to the Civil Rights Acts of 1964, then you also want to talk about the one in 1968. They did actually give more fair housing equality.
That was the goal.
Yeah, that's true.
But you see, that's the thing. It's like if we so that's the difficult part of not changing a culture. You can change the law all day, but as Martin Luther King Jr., as the Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. talks about in his final book, he says, I feel like I integrated my people into a burning house because he understood America to be a place of morality.
Well, when it came back to even back in the 1960s, like Lyndon B. Johnson actually.
Plus, his next part of the movement was, okay, now that we got some kind of like racial, equity, now he was moving into classism because the morning he got assassinated, he was actually going to give a speech at a union rally. So, I mean, like, it's also a class, like, it was also a class thing, too.
He was going to start making sense, man, to everyone.
Man, imagine.
That was too dangerous.
Too dangerous, because he's like, hey, listen, working people, we kind of need you to come together now.
Dude. Like.
Jesus. All right.
actually proposed many systems in place
He
where
did, but
he actually
after that, people still got lynched.
Well, I can't really like say that's a systemic problem. That's definitely a personal heart problem. Those are more people's individual choices against someone else. But when it came down to,
if the system that's in place does not incarcerate those people or create any repercussions for those actions, then it is systemic.
Well,
because when you don't allow for there to be repercussions for harmful behavior.
That part. So there was this, I forget the name of it, but there was this newsletter in Chicago. And what this news station or what this particular like news paper station would do is they would pretty much like tally up like all the lynchings that would happen across the country. I forgot what it is that they would do. Either like they would like put some kind of like marker or something like that that indicated this X amount of lynchings happen across the country. So
damn.
And nobody went to jail for it. Nobody. Not a single motherfucker went to jail for public lynching.
It like the thing that really annoys me about conservatism is the fact that like I understand that change too fast sometimes can be like it has unintended consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of understand the feeling, right? Of like, maybe we shouldn't do that fast. Let's think about it. Go a little slower. Vet it. All that shit, right? I understand. But it's, they grab onto this like, okay, well, we made a move. We're done now. It's fixed. Is this like being okay with all these moves in the past on a system that should be alive and changing constantly?
Mm-hmm.
Like reassessing is not the fucking Bible. It's a democracy. Like it's not it's not history. It shit happened and now we're gonna address these new things, man. Like it's this incessant need to just like not change. And it's not feasible. It does not work.
No.
So it just, yeah, it's driving me insane. Fuck.
Years of the people, you're literally saying our system is okay with this. So that's what Black Lives Matter is about, right? Saying like, okay, if police are going to act in this way, well, there should at least be fair repercussions across all people that they're doing this to, and they're not carrying out those repercussions for Black people. Why? And so the system is supporting this personal point of view that you're talking about. And that's what makes it also systemic, along with the fact that we know for a fact that the number of Black people incarcerated is greater per capita than white people. We know that Black people are having longer sentences for the same crimes than white people. That's not me making that up. Like that is actual data.
All right,
so
pause.
systemic is real.
Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your
Thank
seat.
you.
Thank you.
Honeybook makes it look like I'm
Yeah.
a team of 10 when it's
So-
really just me in the background. I get to live my
There
dream.
was this law that got passed.
Mm-hmm.
I forget when it was. Actually, I think it was either the crime bill or some shit like that fucking Biden supported and Hillary was all about. But basically, what happened is that the sentences for crack versus cocaine. So if you had pretty much like, if you, let's say for example, we get arrested, I had 2 grams of fucking crack on me, and you had 2 grams of cocaine, I would serve a longer sentence than you, even though chemically it's the same drug. The same
Damn,
amount.
man. No. That's bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
That's bullshit. Like,
I don't know. Well, no, I don't think it was in that crime bill. I think something happened. I think it was like in the 80s or some shit where that, like, it was like literally like during like the height of the crack epidemic, where if you had crack on you, you would serve much more time versus having fucking cocaine.
man.
Even though crack is a derivative of cocaine.
Yeah, it's like the implied, right? Like, just because it's not like whips and chains and shit doesn't mean it's not racism. Like, it just like it's this need to like what's the word I'm looking for? Just everything like nice and prim and proper, right? Like nothing to see here. Kind of like we all get along. But
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all fine and dandy over here, you know.
Yeah, nothing to see, nothing to see.
It's all in your head.
All right. How you doing? I'm Ryan.
Hello, Ryan. Nice
to meet you. Thanks for being here. All right. Well.
Oh, well, it's a little mad crooked, but at least he tried. At least he tried to line it up.
Damn, man. No, it's just the barber.
It's the barber. Now he did go to a barber, but I don't know if it was a black one at this point. And if it was a black one, get your money back, dog.
What I would say is, as far as systematic racism, right? I think most of us would agree that at the very least it has occurred in this country.
Okay.
Right? You know, we've had slavery, we've had Jim Crow segregation, all these different things.
Yeah.
I think my argument would be that right now in modern America, I don't think, at the very least, it's not as prevalent as it has been to where it could stop us from being successful. Okay. I would say that it's not.
That's bullshit. Because they still haven't really fixed. So the thing is, right? Like with all the reform that's happened around, like especially like marijuana, like how it became legalized in like certain places, like all those people that were eating up all those like marijuana charges, like none of them are getting expunged.
Very few, man. Like I think California did something about it, but like,
yeah,
I don't know if every state followed through like with it. Like, it's fuck, man.
Yeah, but let's continue.
Not a thing anymore where it needs to be talked about so much and so much attention focused on it. I don't think that currently there is systematic racism in a way that is going to be harmful to us, like I said, to stop us. If anything, really, I think institutions such as things with DEI.
What do you think DEI is?
Basically, I think that it's in a way.
DEI is definitely something black people really don't benefit from. We're on the lower totem pole when it comes to fucking DEI.
Damn.
Like if there was like a totem pole of like DEI, it's white women at the top.
Shit.
It'll go like white women, fucking like rural like poor like white kids that like get on the scholarship, fucking, and then after that military service member, and then like after that then it's like blacks, other minorities.
Damn.
like when fucking like when all that fucking anti-DEI shit started happening, like yeah, like it was a lot of fucking people, a lot of white women that fucking realized that DEI actually meant them. They
felt that shit.
They felt the wrath of DEI.
Yeah, dog.
But niggas, it was just Tuesday. Shit.
It's racism against other races outside of blacks. And so
Where did you get that concept of it from?
I've researched a lot of things. I looked at different clips from both sides of the argument, things like that. But basically my point is, I think that as far as systematic racism, I think that there's evidence from the other side in that there's different things that are pushing black people up in ways that are not fair and different things like that. Because I think that we should be merit-based. I think that should always be merit-based. And where we're in, when there's jobs and the different things like that, race.
Merit based, huh? Based off of merit, you say?
Oh man.
Merit.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Should not be something that's considered. And so I think that, let's say that there are ways right now where systematic racism is still alive. Again, it's not holding us back to a point where we can still be successful. We've seen so many examples, today in modern times where Black Americans can, there's no opportunities that I have that a white person or that a white person has that I don't have. I believe that all opportunities.
Are you sure about that? Can you actually say that?
I would say that I have every opportunity in this country to be successful, to do what I want to do, and to stand on business that every other race has. Absolutely. And
do you have the
again,
same support?
Even if I don't have the same support, I can do what I got to do.
Do you have the same support?
I probably have more. I
do
can
you have the
more
same
support
community
than others.
support?
I have excellent community support.
That's
Absolutely.
lucky for you.
Sure. Yeah.
Where did you grow up, in a lower income, middle income, high income community?
It was middle income.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, I think that even those who grew up in very needy situations, right, they may not have been dealt a great hand of cards,
but they
can still, I think it comes down to accountability. You can still play your hand and play your cards strategically in a way where you can still be successful. You can still do your thing.
Bootstraps.
There you go. There you go. You finally got one, huh?
Again, bootstraps, man. They won't say the words, but like,
it's pretty much what it's going. It always is always going back to the individual. So here's how I like to explain. Like, there's like the analogy that I like to give here when it comes to like this equity shit, right? So let's say you and me, we start a race, right? So boom, start the race. All right, boom. Me and you, neck and neck, right? Then you decide to pull out a gun, shoot me in my leg. Pop, right? Now I'm limping and shit. Fucking ref comes over. All right, guys, no more shooting people. That's the rules. All right, cool. But now that the rules change, I'm still expected to fucking finish the race with this bum fucking leg. No penalty for you.
And then wonder why you can't.
And then wonder why I fucking can't.
Like, dude, it's just
like, who's deciding what the merit? That's where the problem starts. They'll always move the bar if they don't like you. Nah, facts.
Facts, man.
No,
Legit.
that's major fucking facts. Like, you meet the requirements, and then next thing you know, they fucking Charlie Brown your ass.
Fuck, man.
Come on now. Merit base. Shit, dude. Tell that to fucking Trump's cabinet, bro.
That shit. Oh my god.
They didn't get their positions based off fucking merit. They did it because they kissed the fucking ring.
They no merit, no like expertise, nothing, man. They're just
fucking Fox News hosts.
Puppets, man. Just puppets.
Fuck.
It's bullshit.
Cash Patel, a fucking podcaster, head of the FBI. Pam Bondi, Attorney General, just because she was your defense attorney? Tell me these are all merit based and not because, you know, what the fuck? Let's get the fuck out of here. Merit though.
And you can wind up on top. And there's nothing stopping them from doing that.
Would you say that low-income white people and low-income Black people have the same ability to excel?
I would say they have the same ability to excel.
Okay, so I'm going to start countering from that point then. So ultimately, we know that our low-income communities are not given the same access to resources on a myriad of levels. They don't even have the same air quality, okay? We know that low-income communities in general are also going to be much more policed than other communities. We know that policing as it exists in the United States came from slave catching. So even the tradition of policing comes from protecting property, not protecting people, okay? So let's start there. When we talk about low-income, like the working class Black people in this nation, we know that they have never been considered, ever, whether they were slaves or not. They just weren't considered. And we also know, as our brother Isaiah pointed out, that there are still people in very powerful positions that hold very personal positions as it relates to racism. And so in that way, they are impediments to someone moving forward. When we talk about DEI, the concept of DEI is not about lowering a standard. It's about widening the options. So we live in a nation that I feel like a lot of y'all are looking at the United States as a long history of something. We have a short history. All right. For 400 years, there was slavery. Black people were not even considered whole humans. We were 3/5 human. After the Civil War, during Reconstruction, Black people were then subjected to the Black laws. The Black laws were specifically for Black people. The Black laws incarcerated Black people at such an exorbitant rate that they were able to get another slave labor force through the 13th Amendment because you had Black people that were serving entire life, like months long years.
Like vagrancy was a crime.
Dude.
Like all these free Black people and shit knowing they ain't got shit. So now we're gonna arrest you for vagrancy.
Yeah, this fucking roundups in DC and shit, man.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like it's
Even in celebrity, nepotism exists. Yep, all these famous children getting auditions because their parents are famous and their names carry weight. Exactly.
Yep.
These are facts.
Fuck, man.
Some do it definitely just for the name recognition, but shout out to those that don't. You know, that want to make a name for themselves. Even not thinking about race, we don't live in a merit-based society. We live in a capitalist society, and 90% of the people with the wealth are white. Man. Because I'll tell you this right now, niggas is not finna LLC our way to freedom. That is not fucking happening. There is no such thing as a black dollar. I swear to God, that's a myth.
It's like these motherfuckers, right? That they're like, oh yeah, like all these ICE raids, it's gonna open up housing for people to be able to like buy up all the housing that all these people are gonna leave behind, right? I'm like, with what money are you gonna put a down payment on a property? If you don't have it right now, what makes you the fuck think that you'll have it next month? Like, these billionaires already have all the money. They're just gonna come in, cash offer, grab it, and then rent it out to you. You are not one of them, motherfucker.
You are not in the club.
You're not a temporarily embarrassed future billionaire. You're one of us.
You're one of us. Broke like the rest of us. Get the fucking line. Get the fucking line.
God damn.
Years-long cases, years-long sentences for jaywalking.
Okay.
So when we look at these things, we act as if, well, why can't we just get over that? That's 2 generations previous, okay? So if a father in the early 1900s was incarcerated for 2 years, how do you think that would impede their family from being able to grow, right?
Sure.
Now you're affecting the ability for their children to have 2 parents in the home. You also now have a mother who's like incredibly stressed and may have to always be working, so she's not able to parent, etc. We also know that there is a continued effort in this nation to not have Black people know the history of this nation. Like our good sis here was talking about, like, we have resilience, but this nation actively works systemically to keep that from us, right? We look in Florida at the laws that they are passing to not allow education about our past. And we know that if we don't know where we came from, how can we know where we're going?
Sure, okay.
All right, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
She was cooking. She was cooking because that's also facts.
Damn, man.
Also, major fucking facts. Because, like, if we don't learn from our fucking past, we're gonna be doomed to repeat the shit. And I'll be honest with you, fucking, we've already are regressing right now. Like, this is, I'm sorry, but nah, we got this is some fascist ass shit that we're living in right now. This is very fascist times.
Yep, man.
But because he's not saying fucking death to Jews and shit, because we can just brush it off, because you know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here.
The words technically didn't come out of the mouth of, like, it's this.
Because it's not implicit enough for you to call it fascism. That's what it is.
It's local.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Willful ignorance, man. Willful ignorance.
Hi.
Hi again.
We cool now?
We good. We good. I think we're on the same. We're kind of looking at the same side of the same coin, and I think because I think we both want the betterment of the Black community, and I think we're maybe coming from it from different ways. And so I do respect your position to what you were saying as well, that there are certain things and powers at play. And I've experienced racism firsthand. A lot of conservatives may try to act like, oh, there's no racism in America. I absolutely believe there is racism in America. I believe racist people exist. I just don't think that the systems as they stand today are inherently racist, because I've seen too many Black people overcome. And I just feel like a lot of times what's left out of the dialogue is self-accountability and like self-will. We talked about how we were 3/5 of a person, but now we are 100%, I guess, according to the law or whatever, a person. And I feel like at the end of the day, if you wanted to walk out here right now and decide, you know what, I want to change my career, I want to do that, you can. And that's why so many people, and Nigerians come here and Indians come here, and so many people who are not white, who are supposed to be discriminated against because they're not white, they come here and they become doctors and lawyers. Why? Because to your point, there's community, there's a sense of pride.
Let me stop right there. Because this shit pisses me off so fucking much about, oh, how immigrants come to this country, like what she mentioned, like the African and Indian doctors that come over here and get degrees and doctors and shit, because so first of all, the only reason why they were able to do that because they had the fucking resources to do it. They came from money. They already had the education. They just came here for the States for the formality. They're just finishing up the rest of their fucking degree, dog. That's all that they're doing.
Dude. That, or like you have generations, right? Like it's immigrant that comes in and it'll take like a couple of generations to get a doctor out of the family, but like,
yeah, the agenda to push ghetto music is crazy. Imagine banning trap and killing genre. And I mean, listen, and there's some truth to that too, because like we even go back to like the rise of like gangster rap and shit. Like a lot of like other rappers that just weren't on that kind of like fell on the wayside. Like motherfuckers was calling Kid. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like Kid and Play was mad corny. I ain't gonna lie, but it's like record labels just kept pushing that narrative, gangster rap. Like that's why Snoop Dogg went and sold like fucking millions, and Tupac and Biggie and all them niggas. Like, yeah, there's definitely that. And then like even now, where like mumble rappers, like they're just keep pushing out the same nigga that's just little whoever, right? And pushes some like trash ass music. Like it's definitely like you're, oh god, dude. Like, yeah, the music industry is pretty trash to perpetuate some bullshit. But the system isn't racist. This woman can't be breathing the same air. Yeah, nah, it's just mad racist. I don't know what you're talking about. Man, for one success story, 5 other tragedies. Ain't that part. That part.
Oh man.
That fucking part. You might have like a couple of success stories, but you know, some fucking tragedies definitely came out of that. Definitely. And then even if they did make it, all that shit comes at a price at some point, depending on like how driven you are. I mean, you know, real life example, fucking Michael Jackson. He came from a very rough neighborhood. Gary, Indiana is not too far away from Chicago, and those neighborhoods were fucking rough.
Dude.
So yeah, Joe Jackson whooped these niggas into fucking fame. But all that shit came at a price. LOL, plot of Encanto.
God dang.
I still have yet to watch it, and that's because I don't want to get called out. Because that's what Encanto is a therapy session. I'm not ready yet.
Oh man, no. Pixar is crazy like that, man. Fuck that shit. Wait, no. Is it Encanto Pixar or Disney?
Yeah. Continue.
Honor my parents back in Nigeria. I'm part Nigerian. I have to go honor my parents. I have to go honor my elders. They're not twerking and shaking booty. They're getting
They are literally twerking and shaking booty in
the
Nigeria.
Nigerians I know ain't doing it. If they are
We
twerking and shaking,
literally
they
learned
doctors
it from Africa.
They're doctors twerking and shaking booty. So maybe they can shake because they got the money to back it up. But do you see what you're saying? But do you see what I'm saying though? We have to be honest, Amanda. When Indians come here,
okay, so now I'm starting to understand what this sister is about. She is the parents of immigrants. of Nigerian
daughter, yeah,
or the daughter. So yeah,
yeah.
Whoops, daughter. So I get it because like it's weird because it's like, oh my god, dude, like the model minority. Like that's where the shit comes from. Like you're like a Nigerian immigrant and you come over here and you see the black people and how they living over here and you're like, what the fuck is their problem? Why can't they do what I do? Because one, nigga, you came for money, that's why. And then two, like a lot of our neighborhoods are very underserved in that regard. Like we don't get access to those fucking resources. Like she's been saying this whole time, like redlining definitely fucked up a lot of generational wealth, dude.
And it's crazy. Like it's coming from money, and like I had this girl I was with in Job Corps, right? Like we were roommates for a little bit, and she was from I believe Nigeria as well, but she was in Job Corps just to get like a simple job. I think she was gonna go for like the office area of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me like, yeah, no, I came from Nigeria. My parents already she already had a fiance. They were gonna be getting married the moment she graduated from Job Corps. House, cars, like all this stuff. Like they're established and then come in and bring family and establish them as well. Like it's being an immigrant and being like the first one here and trying to build is hard. Yes. But like you said, is not taking in consideration that some immigrants come from money in their countries, educated and everything, and they're just already with that stone there.
Mm-hmm.
It's wanting to see the world black and white when it's all these different fucking shades of gray and like nuance and shit. Like it's lazy. It's fucking lazy.
Yeah, the nuance is always like forgotten somewhere in the mix for sure.
Man.
All right.
The fellow daughter of an immigrant.
Okay.
Right. So my mother's from Grenada. My mother did come here and was able to work and was able to get green cards
Props
for
to
folks.
her.
So shout out to my mom. There's a very big difference in growing up somewhere and coming from a place where you are the majority and where your people are running the show than being somewhere where your people have been subjugated the entire time your people have been
But your
here.
mama came here and she wasn't the majority. So how did she succeed?
She succeeded because she came here with the fortitude of coming from a place.
Her resilience, right?
No, but
and she had her village.
let me say what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll let you unpack.
If we don't acknowledge divide and conquer in the United States, we are having a pointless conversation.
I agree.
We have to acknowledge that there is a concerted effort at divide and conquer in the United States. We're literally watching it happen right now with an effort to divide and conquer and have Black people fighting immigrants and have Black people saying that immigrants don't matter.
And
so
fighting white people.
White people is not the point. The concept of white people is about people who are upholding a supremacy of whiteness versus people who understand that there should be an egalitarianism. There should be an equality.
That we are becoming the new white supremacists.
We are.
We've been putting them on a pedestal.
We are.
We feel like we can't do anything.
No, it's not that we're putting them. It's not that we're putting them on a pedestal. It's that we are joining them and instead weaponizing our Blackness against our people. When we do what you're saying, we are saying, I am better.
Hello, Mark Barden here from Sandy Hook Promise.
God damn it.
On December 14th, 2012,
Because I figured it out. And so you're the problem because you didn't figure
But
it
Amanda,
out.
what about if I believe that the American dream is, I have a right to that as well? Is that me joining white people, or is that me saying, you know what, I
What's
want
the
a life for
American
my
dream?
The American dream for me, because it may look different from other people. Some people it's a boss chick. For me, I want my kids to grow up in a wonderful neighborhood. I want them to go to college. I want to have a 401k. I want to do this. I want to do that. So I feel like a lot of times in the Black community, we associate anything that's right or that's just or that's striving forward with whiteness. So when you say that we're working with
it's whiteness. It's
Oh my God, no, it's not.
So wait.
This is how I know she doesn't talk. She doesn't talk to real niggas. Her point is, it's really not. It's
Yeah, no,
really
like
not.
I really want, because like looking at the U.S. from the outside, right? Like you have a lot of your information is Hollywood and movies and shit, right? Like so, like the white picket fence and all that shit is like apple pie and all that is Americana, right? Like it's just like what is exported.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's what she wants. She sees that as like, I've made it, and it's like all these like it's. But what gets exported in that view is whiteness. Like it's all the parents that you see in those white picket fence and shit like that happen to be a certain color.
Right.
Like. Exactly. So some of them, some immigrants see that as making it. That's the part that they want to blend in with of American culture. I don't know if it makes sense, right? Like,
yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's just like that model citizen, that pick-meism is just pretty much they want to be adjacent to like what whiteness is. And not be realistic as to, you know, that's not going to be like your reality. Like you got to change the mindset.
And at least for me in this case, she is like, and we're the same color. Why can't you do the same thing I do? Like, it's like kind of like it's completely different situations, lady. Calm your ass down.
Resilience. We're resilient.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's capitalism. And I think that's what we have to understand the difference of. The concept of capitalism always is grounded in exploitation.
But Amanda, we're sitting here benefiting from capitalism, and you know that because you would.
I understand that we are benefiting. I understand that we are benefiting from capitalism, but I also understand that we would have other people and a majority of people benefit if we were not solely capitalist. That is what it means to be a Black radical. It's to understand that I can benefit as well as others.
So, Amanda, what is your solution then? Because we know that capitalism benefits us, and people are coming here every day.
My solution is what I continue to say. We need to have coalition building across cultural differences, across ethnicities, across classes.
And that includes collaborating with white people.
I've never said it didn't.
But I feel
this
like a lot of
obsession with white people fails to acknowledge the fact that there are people who benefit from white supremacy.
But we live
who
in
do not-
America,
Let me finish
Amanda.
my point.
Go
There
ahead.
are people who benefit from white supremacy that do not identify themselves as white. They don't consider that to be the most important element of their identity, because they understand that at the end of the day, we need to see each other as humans that all deserve a right to exist.
Exactly.
We
I
all
agree.
deserve a right to exist, and I shouldn't have to earn my right to exist. And
You know,
that
but-
is what
but what makes
capitalism
you think
does.
that you have to earn it? That's what
That
I'm
is
saying.
what
Like, I
this
don't feel
nation
that
is.
way.
You do have to earn it.
You
You
don't
do.
have to earn
Yes,
it.
you do.
We're
That
in
is why we are
America, Amanda.
criminalizing.
Man, yes. There's always some kind of like social issue that keeps coming up where motherfuckers is fighting for their rights for human decency. We're already witnessing it right now with the fucking ICE raids. We're already witnessing right now with like, man, that fucking with that mass shooter that came out, fucking trans people are getting so much fucking hate right now. Just because the shooter was the one fucking trans fucking shooter, mass shooter.
Out of how many?
Out of how many were fucking cishead white boys?
It's insane, man. It's fucking insane. Drives me up the fucking wall.
What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What you mean?
I'm gonna. You guys see nothing?
Gotta take a hit, huh?
The poor. We are criminalizing the poor on a regular basis. How so? Because we're not even allowing for a wage to happen to allow people to get out of poverty. We are seeing inflation grow.
We both have people in our family that have done it, so we can't.
No, we have not had people that are done it. My mother came to America with an entire nursing degree. I can't say, oh, well, my mother did it. Why can't you? Because my
mama
mother
was pregnant at 19 from the south side of Chicago with no degree and still made
good
something
for
of
your
herself.
mom.
That's what
But
I'm
this is the
saying.
thing.
So we can't
Your
do
mom
it.
it's not. The question isn't whether or not some people can do it. The question and the reality is that it is not available to everyone in an equal way.
And that's unfortunate, but you know we live in a
It's
broken
not a matter-
society. I went to
Well, then
Nigeria
that's what
and they're
we're
having the
talking
same
about.
problems as a
That's
bunch
what
of black
we're
people that are
talking
running
about. It's a broken
Nigeria.
society.
But it's the same thing in
But
Nigeria. and there
Nigeria
are black
is a
people in
broken
power-
society,
with black
whereas
people in
Burkina
power.
Faso is not. Burkina Faso is not.
That's time.
My final claim is Black conservatism fails to meet the needs of the working class. Ant dog. Okay, talk to me.
So I think Black conservatives are the ones who really want the best for working people. I think with a lot of leftists wanted to do things like office work. They wanted to go reparations, try to get things from the government and get handouts. We say, hey, go out there and work. Go out there and get these jobs that are available. Work with your hands, do skilled trades. That's where a lot of us talk about skilled trades. So working class, that's really a Black conservative thing, in my humble opinion.
I would beg to disagree. I think that would be true if Black conservatism also created pathways for people to get those jobs and also to be able to challenge the corporations that are using their labor, that are stealing from them and not impeding them from having a union. So for instance, like in the South, right? I just left North Carolina where I met with the USSW, the Union of Southern Service Workers. Of individuals who work at places like Waffle House, at Food Lion, etc. And their unofficial union is unofficial because the conservatives in that state will not allow for them to be legitimized.
Legitimized. There you go. I got you.
It will not allow for them to be legitimized because then they would be able to push back legitimately on the corporations to get fair wages, right? So like someone was telling me in this organization that she was in Baltimore getting $15.25 as a minimum wage.
And here's what I'll say about Black conservatives. They are very anti-union. Not Black conservatives. I'm just saying like conservatives in general.
It drives me up the fucking wall, man. The entire like era that they dream about is the result of all the things that they hate. It's just like they've been fucking propaganda is a powerful tool, man. That's all I'll say. Fuck.
No, that shit's crazy.
And then when she moved Just one state away, she was now only getting $7.25 for minimum wage, but the cost of living was the same for her. So when we talk about, the effort of saying go out and get these jobs and get these trades, et cetera, I think that is valid. But I think that the impediments by leveling up corporations and by pouring into the effort of corporations to keep billionaires, as Black conservatives, you are actually cutting off the ability for those people to excel.
Okay, I understand your point, but a lot of us are more about being self-sufficient. So the South, a friend of mine down there, King Randall, has a school for boys. He's 22 years old. He has a bunch of kids living with him. He's teaching them physical skills they can do. Okay, being a mechanic, working on your car, working on your house, building things with your hands. So you don't got to worry about corporations. You could be your own man. You could be your own woman. And also,
Give me a second, because this shit drives me up the fucking wall.
I already said we not finna LLRC our way to freedom, dog. So this is not. We cannot just run businesses.
It's not even that. Like this entire rugged individualism of I can fix all my things because that's what a man is, and I'm my own mechanic and my own carpenter and my own other things. I am down with fixing shit, no problem, right? But the problem is that if everyone is like that, then there wouldn't be any carpenters or mechanics or anything like that. You would fix your own shit, right? Mm-hmm. That's now how economics fucking works. We live in a system in which we pay people to do services, and then those people pay rents and all that shit, and it branches the fuck out. And that's how it's an organic fucking system. But this idea that we should have millionaires and billionaires and people should hoard money and not let it be part of the fucking system is what. Oh my God.
Get muscled out or bought out by corpos, which is happening with farms right now, since they can't keep workers. And then the fucking tariffs too. And since they cut off all the food programs and shit, all that was coming from small farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Wheat farmers are kind of in a bind right now because they got nowhere else to take it.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane because all this motherfucker just watched too many prepper shows and things that he's all that, and he's ready. And I love the prepping concept, but I am not willing to destroy the fucking government for it. God damn.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with picking up a trade, because not everyone should go to college if they don't have to pick up a trade.
No.
Nothing wrong with that.
Useful as fuck.
Yeah, trade schools are very useful in that regard. I feel bad that they shut down Job Corps. That shit's
Job Corps was such a huge tool to get people out of poverty.
Man, dude, that was the major stepping stone, especially for a lot of us. For me, for sure, it was a good stepping stone for myself.
Yeah, no, I didn't get into tile setting. I didn't stay in tile setting, but it's what got me into the military, and from the military where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. So people really do not understand the amount of opportunities that the country provides and the government provides. Decently organized. The U.S. government is no example.
Yeah,
beacon of light when it comes to well-running democracy, but at least in this continent, what? Not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Canada was winning probably, and then after that the U.S., and then the trickle down.
Yeah. Yep. It does help. It did help, but now with all the government spending that got cut for those programs and bolstered up everything else, man, you Doge, bitch ass.
Man, all this fucking the ice budget is ridiculous.
Man.
So yeah, no, it's just
And then what they don't, so they like to make the argument that like fucking lefties wanted to, you know, defund the police when Donald Trump actually did defund the police with the big beautiful bill.
And I'm telling you, man, it's like they don't understand what it means. They're just like the kind of person that votes on like one commercial they saw.
Right.
And that was it. And then they turned off the TV and they're like, okay, yep, not voting like that. I'm like, fuck in Christ.
You also say earlier that you're against unions, but are you
No,
for them now?
I never said that.
Also, you're for unions.
Absolutely.
So when the unions keep black folks out, you're for that as well? Because that's traditionally what they've done, keep black folks out, correct?
Oh my fucking God. It's almost like there was this guy. So it was a thing. It was a thing. Yes. So unions definitely were keeping black people out. But unfortunately, it was to their own detriment because unions, there's more strength in numbers, and some of those unions kind of forgot about that. So that's why like there's not really much of those left, because like at the time, like a lot of America's workforce were fucking just recently freed slaves, and like a lot of like low income like black workers and shit at the time. So like when a lot of companies started to get unionized, like there was all this black labor that they could have used but didn't because they were black. So they said, all right, well, we don't fuck with the unions, but you know, this black guy's gonna work for a lot less. So fuck you unions.
Fuck, man.
Now, this motherfucker is trying to scapegoat it and shit and say, well, that was like you know, you have to realize when unions were like really popping, like that was at a time where we were, you know, it was like fucking Jim Crow era. So yeah, of course, like black people were getting excluded from unions. That's not going to happen now. Like, come on now, be real.
Obviously, I am not for that. The reality is that unions have definitely in the beginning kept black folks out. And the reason why they were keeping black folks out is because after the Civil War, when there was Reconstruction, you had all these black people that had been used with free labor and they had skills, right? Whether they were a blacksmith or a carpenter or whatever. However, they could not get jobs because the white people who now had to fend for themselves, if you will, because they didn't have slaves, they had to go and learn all these trades.
Right.
And so they actively kept black people out of those jobs. And then what they would do is that when they would, as a union, say, we're going on strike, the black people would be like, well, we'll work because they won't let us in their union anyway. And then when they would go and actually get those.
Never saw this. I never saw this. I'm just telling you right now. I never watched this.
Read your books, guys. Read your books.
I've never seen.
Goddamn.
Just throwing this out there. I you know, I
history,
know,
guys. It's just facts are facts, man. Like, goddamn.
I know the history. You know that.
God said that the people were on strike for, they would hang them.
Running hurts. Tai Chi heals.
Oh my God, dude! AI is getting fucking better and better. I wish I could be that old and ripped. Man, I gotta work for that.
God damn.
Especially after 50.
They would lynch them. So yes, these are real things that have taken place. But we keep having these conversations where we acknowledge the past when it's convenient, and then we only stay in the present when it's convenient. So you can't simultaneously say, well, everybody's fine now and there's no systemic racism at the same time as stating that there are unions that are racist and unions that aren't racist. Ultimately, there is racism in the United States. It is deeply embedded. We have seen it in a myriad of examples, even just yesterday or today. And Black conservatives are working against the working class because they are actively placing their vision, their ideology of Black excellence in economics solely.
Well, there is racism
and in individual economics. Okay. And I think that's really the big difference of what we're talking about right now. You're talking about every man for themselves. Every man for themselves.
No. I don't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that?
I say that we have to treat people as Black people, but still get all of us on the same page. My friends at school, he's not just looking out for himself, looking for all these kids as well. So it's like, okay, I bring myself up and then bring everybody else up. rather than relying upon the corporations and white people to lift this up. That's where we come
So
from as
I
Black
think there's a
conservatives.
difference between relying on and acknowledging that there are impediments of. And I want to acknowledge the reality that we.
Which is true, because it's more like we're not relying on white people to help us out. It's more like you motherfuckers need to get it together. Because at the end of the day, right, we can say like let's say for why factors why Kamala never became president, right? So we can say that, you know, Latinos, like Latino men voted heavily for Trump, you know, and maybe like a slight shift with like black voters that voted for Trump. But at the end of the day, white people are the majority. Ultimately, it was up to them to show for Kamala. All we can really say is we told you so.
Dude, like, it's like the way I see what she said, like the impediment part, right? Like it's yeah, like this perspective of just like one bill should fix it and that's that. So like you're done. I voted. Why should I vote on this again? Mentality, you know, like
Yeah.
Also, it's funny that we have very similar commercials in our algorithms for YouTube. So I don't know what that says about me.
And you know what's crazy is I'm not even on my personal account. I'm on the podcast account.
Oh
So
shit!
this is the podcast algorithm. We're cooked.
Goddamn.
We're so fucking cooked.
Keep seeming to bump up against, which is that everybody has equal ability, and they don't. Everybody doesn't have the same impediments. So, for instance, I grew up with a single parent, not because...
Me too.
I grew up with
Same.
a single parent, not because my father was some deadbeat that didn't have... My father has a MD from Harvard. My father has an MBA from Tufts.
My dad was a firefighter, so working class, conservative.
He just didn't want to be a parent. So when we talk about this whole idea of like, oh, the blacks that are, you know, not doing the thing, it's not about necessarily what class you're in. It's literally just about, we live in a nation that gives the option of, I don't want to be a parent. We live in a nation that gives the option of, I don't need to be in cooperation with our community. And as far as I'm concerned, Black conservatives do not address the needs of the working class, which are fair access to resources, which are equal access to getting jobs, which are equal pay to the same access as others. And we don't.
Equal to who?
Equal to other states even. Like there's no reality where you can say that the same amount of white people are working low wage jobs per capita as Black people. A lot of the reason is because there's such a disparate incarceration of Black people that it impedes their ability to get higher level education as well as higher level employment, because we know about disenfranchisement.
All right, there you go.
Hi.
Hi, Layla.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to meet
Layla.
you.
I would actually argue that the Black working class is failing themselves. Would
1 in 20 households with a Black householder have wealth over 1 million, while 1 in 5 households have that wealth. Nah, that's facts. That right there.
Oh man.
Statistically speaking. Yeah.
Shit.
That's the disparity, the disparity right there with Black wealth versus like white wealth.
Shit, man.
Yeah. And then that's like that's why I like never really understood about fucking like just like white fragility in a nutshell. Like just because minorities are getting like some rights doesn't mean like yours is being impeded on. Like your whiteness will never be an issue for you. Like in the grand scheme of things. Like
yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
That's never going to be like a factor as far as just like why you won't get like certain opportunities or anything like that.
Dude.
So.
Wouldn't you agree that, you know, in order to get a job, in order to...
All right, we'll do like one more talking point and then we're probably going to We're like 2 hours.
Yeah, man. It's
But
good though.
but
There's been
shout
some
out,
good ones.
yeah, but shout outs to everyone watching in the comments. Thank you for the interaction for sure.
To qualify
Appreciate
for
it.
a certain position and an education system at a job, wouldn't you argue that it should be based off of qualifications and not your race or identity?
I've never argued that. I've never argued that.
Well,
That's not
I
be
know
the case.
that you were saying that you would argue that it should be equal, right? So you're saying that there should be Black Americans in education systems, in jobs, but wouldn't you argue that they should be qualified for those positions and not just placed there because of their skin color?
I've never disapproved that.
Okay, so
Literally, our fucking president. What you mean?
Man.
You didn't. It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter that Kamala was an attorney general. That
It's
didn't even
like-
fucking matter to the
Yeah.
to the
It's
party
like-
of like law and order people. Like that wasn't enough of an appeal.
Second Amendment, like a fucking.
She was a
Attorney
gun-toting
General.
Attorney General of California owned a gun. What more could you want? She was like right up y'all alley.
No.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Qualifications, my ass.
Qualifications, my ass.
That's not what DEI is. Do you know that?
Well, I'm not talking about DEI right
Oh.
now. Well,
because you're suggesting that I suggested that somebody should get a job just because they're Black. And I've never
Well,
asserted anything like that.
I mean, I understand that you may not say that exactly, but a lot
I
of the
didn't say that
claims
at
are, they're pointing to that.
No, it's not pointing
so-
to that.
okay.
And so that is that I need to clear this up because
Okay.
it's a really important point.
Okay.
We live in a nation that has actively pedestaled white people. Can we all agree on that? That we
In
no,
the past,
we can't.
in the
Okay,
past,
in the
but
past,
not
in
currently,
the past.
but not currently.
So, okay,
Right
fair.
right now.
Okay. So how many Black people are part of this administration's cabinet?
I'm not sure. Can you tell me?
Zero.
Can you fill me in?
Zero.
So seems like there may be a
That's
couple.
not a cabinet.
I don't know.
Scott Turner.
Okay.
Okay.
So there are.
So we got two.
So there are.
So we got two.
Can we
got
also,
two. We got two. So back to your point. DEI
Kicked
is
out a bunch though.
standing,
Oh yes. Okay.
not lowering credibility.
Okay.
So if we have a system that has very actively said these particular people are the best people
Okay.
simply because of their race, DEI said, or their gender,
Okay.
because DEI mostly leveled up white women.
Okay. So it would be incorrect if it's if we're pointing toward this. A majority of a race is qualified because of the skin, the base of their skin
Absolutely.
color. Okay.
Yeah. Whether they're
Okay.
white, Black. I mean, race
great.
is fake anyway.
Now, I do want to touch on a point that you did mention earlier that you would argue that, Black people have less opportunities in America. I do not agree with that. I have not had,
First of all, you're a
problem.
light-skinned woman.
So are you.
Yes.
And you're
And
doing
so-
great.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Pew, 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 pew.
Let's talk about it, because I swear to fucking God, the not only do we have to deal with racism, but colorism as well.
Dude.
Like even we could even like give like real life examples, like let's say like in our music industry, where admittedly like Doechii just kind of came out of nowhere, dark skinned like a motherfucker, right? But I swear to God, if Doechii was light skinned like Doja Cat, we would have got privy to Doechii way sooner.
Dude, colorism is insane, man. It's and that's not just a country thing. That's like I think almost global.
Oh yeah, of course. Colorism is everywhere now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I think I told you before, like babies born in Mexico, like that a lot of people are like at least they're like light skinned when they're like first seen, and they're like, oh
Which
my
is
god, man, holy
wild
shit.
work, bro. It's wild.
Let the sun touch their skin at least, man. God damn.
Yeah, dude. Like
But,
I make jokes about light skinned people. Like, there's like this thing like in the Black community where like light skinned people are known to be like more sensitive and shit. Like that's why like Drake gets made fun of a lot because he light skinned and shit. But at the end of the day, like let's just keep it a bean. You a nigga like me, I'm a nigga like you. We all niggas together. It is what it is. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't. Aside from like our complexion, right? Like, motherfuckers is gonna treat us accordingly. What did he say? Latinos love the
ojos azules and blonde hair, man. Like,
blue-eyed blonde hair.
yeah, man. Like, but speaks perfect Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, man.
Yeah. You know, so yeah. She said, "You're light skinned. I'm light skinned. We gonna be all right." That's essentially what she's gonna say.
Colorism, yes, and so colorism really does serve us.
I do want to say, why do you think that is though? Why do you think that? Do you think it's just based off the color of our skin, or do you think it's based off of the reputation that?
When you shop in the Albertsons app, you can count on delivery in as soon as 30 minutes.
Fuck your bullshit.
For themselves.
What reputation are Black people making for
What
themselves?
would you argue? Because I mean, when I look at
who makes the reputation for Black people?
Let's look at music, for example.
We already had this conversation with somebody else.
Well, we're gonna have it again. Most of the people that
are we?
Most of the people.
I'm gonna shut it down right now and let you know that the reality is that when you come to Black music, for you to say most of the people, you've already lost the argument.
Am I right?
There is no most of the people with Black people because you haven't heard of all of Black music.
Most of the music that is, let's say, maybe exalted or shown by the media, right?
So, and here's another point that I wanted to make because she's trying to say like, oh, most of the music that gets pushed. The biggest fucking consumers of Black music is white people. Especially the most like ratchet of like Black hip hop that you can think of. Like white people have always been like the top consumers. Like when fucking NWA fucking blew the fuck up, it was a bunch of white kids that had those records. All the gangster rap records that were being pushed by record labels, it was all fucking suburban fucking white kids that were bumping these fucking records.
Shit, man.
So of course, record labels are gonna protect their motherfucking bottom line and push that bullshit. It has nothing to do with Black people because we're the ones that are not spinning the narrative. We don't own the labels to do that.
Legit, man.
Man, see, for real, all those white moms going crazy about those. I'm telling you, has nothing to. It is not us trying to get rap, bruh. Man, I'm telling you.
It's man. It like it's the same way like all those like cartel music and all the cartel culture and the drugs and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And the US being like, oh well, yeah, like Mexicans are just like drug dealers and gang members and shit. And we're like, who buys the drugs? Who uses them all? Not us. We can't afford it.
Man.
So like, it's bullshit, man. Yeah, like the industry is the one that it is perpetuating this.
Yeah, always has been. Always has been.
But
like before hip hop was a thing, like if I think I've explained this to you before, like before we even had like gangster rap, like we were in our sophomore era.
Yeah,
because we had like artists like Marvin Gaye and Teddy Pendergrass, like that was like the embodiment of like what Black masculinity was at the time, and then it shifted once gangster rap became what it was. Everything fucking shifted after that. If she was a D&D class, I think she'd be a ranger.
Dude.
Wait, who would be the ranger?
I think like
the Amanda or
I believe Amanda personally, but
Amanda would be the ranger. Miss Drizzle.
I fucking love it. Hell
Miss Drizzle. Love it.
Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie. She got the drip. She definitely does. She does. You know, she is given like I can see Miss Frizzle wearing some shit like that. Yeah. She definitely got the Miss Frizzle drip going on. I ain't gonna front.
Oh man.
That's a good one.
It defiles Black Americans. But who's putting it out there? We're the ones putting it out there.
Distribution systems that are putting them out there are owned by white people.
Who listens to them? Because I can bet you most of my friends, my Black friends that are not conservative, they listen to that music that defiles their bodies.
You know
that
who
talks
else
about
listens to that
Black on
music?
Black crime and
Everybody else. But if
Am
we
I
don't
right?
acknowledge that they are not in the same way pursuing white voices talking about the same thing, even though they are, we simply like to start at the branches of a tree and not at the root. We have to understand that the media is king. Okay, media is king,
and media does not favor conservatism. I can tell you that right now. I mean, look at the protests right now in Los Angeles.
Depending on who is in office, media does favor them.
Media we have Trump in office right now, and media is not favoring Trump at all.
Media is absolutely not favoring Trump in certain spaces.
I'm reminded of the video. White audience realized Franklin Lyman is black. I remember that. They were not happy about that at all.
Dude.
Oh God, when they saw Frankie Lyman, like, oh shit, whoa. And Frankie Lyman was darker than dark. That was a dark-skinned nigga too.
This entire like fucking Trump is that, but like the administration is legit fucking.
Oh God,
suing lawyers, suing people. Oh shit!
It's the same reaction, just updated. That's pretty sick.
Because Trump is also not favoring that particular type of media, but it depends on the day. And we have to acknowledge that regardless of whether you talk conservatism or not, media has never favored Black people at any point.
All right, guys.
Nope. And also, all fucking media outlets are fucking bending the knee to Trump right now. So
hard. So fucking hard, man. They're just,
yeah.
So like, it's like this is not benefiting Trump, but because they talk about his tiny penis. Oh no, the fucking horror.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, man.
Like that shit is crazy work.
Man,
I swear to God. I already knew the talking points even before they started speaking, bro. Like, this shit is wild to me. Like, and I'm like, I've never watched the video in its entirety, but I'm just saying, like, it was pretty obvious where the shit was. Man, I fucking hate these niggas.
Talking points, man. Talking points. It's just like they're little shields that they protect themselves with, and like, if they actually were willing to be vulnerable, but like they're not. It's about winning or losing, and that's such a stupid, self-defeating way to look at it.
That's major facts.
Like, it just drives me up the fucking wall. But
I just cannot believe that shit. Like, I could believe it, but I can't believe it. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude.
Like,
the thing is, you see a lot of the same arguments over and over. You don't really see new content. Same talking points every time.
Yeah, man. It's like the dynamic of Jubilee with like the little fucking circle of chairs and the little flags. Just not, man.
Thank you so much, Amber. Appreciate you. Don't forget to, like, subscribe, share. Helps out the algorithm. We just trying to make it. Dude.
Oh man.
Oh, dude. But yeah, we'll probably do more of these reactions. Definitely. I want to react to like music and shit, but
Same. Down.
Yeah.
But damn, yeah, nah. Like that was crazy. That was fucking crazy. I wonder if there's other channels like that aren't Jubilee that have a better fucking, because that my cholesterol, man, like
my cholesterol's so high right now.
think of my cholesterol's, man, like holy shit.
Oh my god, dude.
God damn.
Yeah. I can just nah. I think there was like one clip where like fucking Amanda just like straight up crashed out. Like she just completely crashed out and she was over it. But nah, I mean she did a good job though. Like honestly, I felt like she did a good job. Just kind of like maintaining her cool. But the thing is that like it's really hard to debate people that one are acting in bad faith and also are not living in the reality.
Yeah, man. Nah, they're not there to actually debate. And
no, honestly, I just felt like a lot of them were just there to just to like try and get some clout and like
get
some clips.
Mm-hmm. Sure. All right, man. Gotta like, damn. It just. Whew.
Yeah, but
my brain, my brain. I'm just reeling.
gotta let that marinate a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I'm hoping like that, like I'm guessing is majority clout. I'm hoping these people don't actually believe this, but like at the same time.
There's a barber out there who thought he'd get famous, but he just got clown, bro. There are so many bad hairlines. There were so many bad hairlines. I'm just like, nigga, who's cutting your hair? Like, god damn.
Oh man.
Shit. Some of shit got fucked up. The hairline was crooked like a mother. Oh shit. But on that note, we'll end it here. Thank you guys for popping up. Sorry for the delay, but it'd be like that.
Yeah, feeling much better. No teas for me. I keep ruining it to myself, and
I'm fighting for fucking life.
We gotta watch out for the ninja teas, man.
Right.
Always vigilant. Get on all this rough. But thank you for being here with us. Just de la muerte.
Queso de la muerte.
Man.
All right,
Hey, love you guys.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.